What's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's live. Hope everybody is doing great. Ready to get today started. Let me tell you, it's already been a crazy, crazy day. But that's okay, because as entrepreneurs, we live for crazy days, don't we? Actually, the goal of being an entrepreneur is to minimize the amount of crazy days. And sometimes it doesn't always go the way you planned. But glad to see you all here. Do me a favor, say hello in the chat, write your name, write your agency name, write where you're from. Just write something about you so I can get to know you a little bit better. If your name isn't your handle on YouTube, please write your name. That would be super helpful, so I can get to know you guys a little better. And then next, guys, just do me one favor. I never ask you guys for anything in return other than just hitting that thumbs up button, hitting the like button, letting other people know that you love this channel and you love the content that we put together for you guys. So if you guys could just do that, that would be great, and we will get started here with questions in just a minute. Some other announcements, guys. We do have our Black Friday campaign coming up. If you guys are interested, you need to make sure that you're staying in tune with everything that we're doing. At the very least, you need to probably be on one of my email lists, follow my Facebook page, my Instagram page, something like that, because we are going to start releasing the VIP sign up. The only way you're going to get access to our Black Friday specials is if you sign up for our VIP list. And trust me, if you guys have been thinking about getting in one of our programs, you're going to want to be on the list. I'll give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. We're offering, when you purchase one of our programs, I'm offering free 30-minute, or not free, obviously, but it's going to be included 30-minute consultations where you guys will actually be able to sit down with me for 30 minutes and we will be able to help you prepare your agency in any way. Those 30-minute calls don't expire, so you can wait if you want and set it up at a later date, because I know that not everybody necessarily wants to set up their call as soon as they buy the program or get into one of our programs. Some people like to wait, which I totally understand. But we're doing 30-minute consultations included in some of these deals. And trust me, you're going to want to get access to these deals. So make sure that you stay tuned. Also, make sure you just go right below in the description. That's what it is. The YouTube video description. Go in the description. Check out any of our links down there. We have resources for you guys. Joseph is actually talking about the Go High Level campaign. So essentially, if you sign up for the software that we use, it's an all-in-one agency software. It has landing page builders, appointment setting calendars, obviously a CRM, email, SMS, autoresponders, everything you need to really run your agency all in one platform. If you sign up using my affiliate link, we're actually going to send you can ask Joseph, he got access to it today, but you'll get our template that we use. It's our email and text message template along with our landing page, all of our triggers. Everything's already set up and ready to go. All you need to do is adjust the business name in the copy. But if you sign up using our link, you get access to all of that for free. You don't have to do anything. You just get all of that for free. And trust me, you won't need ClickFunnels anymore. You won't need ActiveCampaign or MailChimp. You won't need Calendly. You won't need any of these other apps because it literally does everything all in one. It has call tracking. It has everything, seriously, that you could possibly think of. Plus, they offer white labeling services for agencies that want to get services going really quickly as they grow and as they build. So definitely check out all of the links below. The all-in-one software is right below in the description. It's the very top link. Make sure you check that out. And then obviously all of our programs that we offer that you guys will want to see for starting an agency are down there as well. But let's do roll call really quick. If you haven't done so already, again, just say hello, put your name in the chat, do something like that, hit the thumbs up button and let people know that you love these trainings. But received and installed the snapshot, and I will record the DMS 2.0 testament. Great, Joseph. I'm telling you guys, people love the DMS 2.0. If you're trying to start an agency, it's the program you want to get in. Janetta, what's going on? Carlton from Australia. I think I'm saying that right, Carlton. You had a crazier day than me? What happened, Kashif? Chad, what's up? First live. Welcome to the first live. Glad to have you here. Amar, Atlanta lift pad marking. Are you in Atlanta? I'm in Atlanta. That's where I'm from. Kiwi Motion? Kiwi Motion must be I was thinking that was a city for a second. That must be your agency name. I like that, though. Make money marketing. Make mo money marketing. I like that. JK, but it's a good. I like it, honestly. Make mo money marketing. It's one you won't forget, that's for sure. Honestly, you should probably go with it if you haven't picked your name yet. Social RX, what's going on, Jenna? T-Do, what's up? Justin Crabtree, what's going on? Stick working my way through DMS. Stick working. Okay, going well so far. Still, got it. Glad you're loving the program, though. Everybody, I'm telling you, if you're looking for that agency program that's different from all of the others, just ask any of these people that are in the group, in the chat right now. I'm pretty sure they'll tell you that it's completely different from every other program they've taken, and it's actually going to produce results. Danae, what's going on? James Little, what do you mean? Which program? We have several different programs. Well, the ones you're probably talking about are either my DMS 2.0, the Digital Marketing School 2.0. If you go to the sales page, you'll actually see when you get to the checkout portion, we have payment plans there that you can select from. We have a 2-month and a 4-month payment plan. And if you're talking about the Done With You program, it's a little bit different because the program is a little bit more expensive than the Digital Marketing School. So if you're interested in signing up for the Done With You program, then just reach out to me personally on Facebook, facebook.com/serial entrepreneur, and we can talk about setting up some kind of payment plan for you. I'll get to your question in just a second. Abdusalam. Haha, I got that name right. Maurice, what's going on? Lewis, Ronald, McLaris. I said McLaris. What's going on, everybody? Just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody saying hello. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing all right? Everybody growing their agency? You guys getting new clients? How's that working out? I gotta tell you, I had a really funny, I'll start with this story just because I thought it was really funny, and then we'll get into the questions. But today, so my dad works for a roofing company, and his boss wants to hire my agency. And apparently a hailstorm hit, and it hit in this very remote, not remote, but just a very specific area in Florida. And he's like, yo, I need a campaign. I'm like, okay, when do you need it by? He's like, Monday. I'm like, dude, it's Thursday. And he needs like a PPC campaign, landing page built, CRM setup, email, text message, follow-up sequence, analytics installed. I'm like, yo. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and rush it for him, but we actually ended up charging him, I think, another 40% on top of what we would normally charge for a rush job. So that we, like, because we're going to have to hire people probably over the weekend to work it, but going really, really great. It was just a really funny story. I was like, when do you need it? He goes, Monday. I was like, dude, it's Thursday. Like, tomorrow's Friday. Like, even if I started tomorrow, I've got to write out a sequence of emails and text messages that goes for at least a month. You know, then I got to get it all hooked up. Then I got to build out your landing page, write the copy for the landing page, set up your ad campaign. Like, it's so funny. People just think like marketing, people who don't know marketing think that you can just get it set up and it'll take a day. And that's the funniest part. And I guess it's a good lesson for those of you who are just starting out. Make sure you set expectations properly, because you'll get these people who I don't understand. They just think marketing just like that. You get great marketing campaigns that generate leads. I'm like, dude, it doesn't work like that. Got a new customer today due to the digital marketing audit, which we teach in the program. This stuff works. I promise you guys, like, that's the thing. If you take my program and you follow it step by step, don't skip lessons, don't skip ahead to try and go to the parts that you want to see. Because trust me, I get so many students that are like, yo, so I thought you didn't include this in the program, but really what happened was I skipped ahead because I wanted to see one section. And the way I've built the program, it all flows into each other. Every single lesson flows into the next, and it all builds on top of each other. And so if you miss a lesson, you're going to miss something important that probably leads to one of the future lessons that you're jumping ahead to. But I'm glad you guys, and really the point I'm trying to make is if you follow the system though that we put in place, I promise you, you will get results for your clients. You'll get more clients for your agency, because it's a proven system. I know this works. The biggest thing is, are you willing to work for it or not? Too many people who fail don't actually fail. They just never really tried, which is a big difference. All right, let me see if I can find. Let's go ahead and get started with some questions for tonight. How you can meet a contract if your customer is in another country? I don't quite understand what you're asking. I'm sorry. Because it doesn't matter if they're in another country. All you need to do, if you can communicate with them and say, hey, you want our marketing, sign our contract, pay us, that's really all that needs to happen. The only thing I would be concerned with is conversion of currency, making sure that you have that rate right. But, I mean, you can find clients in other, if you're asking how to find clients in other countries, platforms like Upwork, FreeUp, freelancer.com, guru.com, fiverr.com, all of these freelancer platforms are great ways to do that. But you guys, if you have questions about marketing agency related stuff, or if you just want to ask me something personally, try to keep it civil, but you guys feel free to ask me anything you want, whether, again, it's marketing agency related, or if it's about my personal life, which, again, be gentle. Don't hurt me. Kashif, you still didn't tell me how your day was crazier. I want to know. Oh, you did tell me you got scammed by a family member. What the hell? What did they do? They sell you some fake Bitcoin? You know it's Friday, we ain't got no job, and we ain't got shit to do. What? What? Is that the same roofer you did the live sales call video with? Yes. And that's the thing, guys. You have to understand some of these clients, they don't come immediately. Like, I've been working on this guy for about a month and a half, going on 2 months. And he finally came around and was like, okay. And they've been super busy. I get it, because there's tons of storms down in Florida. When you get really busy, you think, okay, well, I don't need marketing. And now the funniest part is, now he's realizing, I really could use some marketing, and we should have set it up a month ago because we would have already had that campaign launched, and he would have, like, he told me that they're actually 6 weeks late to the party. But with roofing and with storms, this is kind of the nature of the business. But if he would have signed up 6 weeks ago or 7 weeks ago when we first talked, he would have already been set. But it just goes to show, guys, sometimes it takes a little longer to land clients, and that's why follow-up is key. It is so important. Most people think you get clients right off the first call. In all realness, you don't get clients on the first call. You usually get them on the third, fourth, fifth to finally set the appointment with you. Then you do the audit, presentation, questionnaire, get data about them, right? The discovery call. Then you have the proposal. Then you finally land them. And usually, the sales cycle, it's not as short as most people think. It takes anywhere, on average, probably anywhere from 2 weeks to a month to land clients. You like how I know how to say your name? Oh, yeah. I'm actually really good at pronouncing names. Even with, like, Abdusalam, it took me a second, but I, like, sit there and I'm, like, phonetically, like, envisioning it in my head so I can make sure I say it right. Thanks for answering my question. Love your channel. It's so helpful. Abdusalam, glad I can help, man. That's what this is here for. Currently going over all the platforms for my agency like Facebook, Instagram, etc. Do you think it's a must to have everything on your platform set up since people would be looking into my agency? Yeah, I would definitely get it at least set up, Kashif, with some introductory style posts so that way the page just doesn't look dead. But it's not something you really need to put a shit ton of energy into, and excuse my language, but you don't really have to put a lot of energy into putting content out there. The only thing you really might want to consider with social is, do you want to run ads or not? And that's really it. Does your DMS 2.0 course help someone who hasn't started yet? Yes, this is a complete from beginner to advanced level program. And again, if you don't believe me, ask anybody in the chat who's in the program. They'll tell you it is super in-depth. We have the most in-depth program on the market, I guarantee you. It's over 100 lessons. You get videos for every lesson. You get documents for every lesson. You get quizzes for every lesson. We give you tools and templates to use for every single type of software, or not software, every type of service you might want to provide. So I promise you, like, you won't get a more in-depth course, and especially for $549, that's nothing compared to these guys that are charging $900, or they charge $30 and give you nothing. and you're sitting there asking 1,000 questions, I mean, you're always going to have questions after taking any program. It's not like, it's like you go to algebra class, the teacher teaches you everything, but you still have questions, right? And that's what we're here for. That's what we do bi-weekly live calls inside of my private group for people who are in the course. So that way you get access to me and get to ask questions. Three of your 4 to 7 client, Jordan, I got 3 of my clients after 4 to 7 interactions. Yep. Telling you guys, follow up is where it's at. If you're not following up consistently, and that's why Go High Level, if you guys use my link down below, I'm telling you, the follow-up that we put in place is about, I think it's about a 4-month process or follow-up sequence that follows up with people to just set that first appointment. But you won't believe how many people will set an appointment 3 months after the first time that they actually found your brand. Would you recommend outsourcing parts of digital marketing jobs to freelancers on Upwork or Fiverr? Yes, 100%. So here's the thing. If you're not outsourcing, you're not doing it right. The method we teach is not that you need to learn every aspect of digital marketing, but if you as the agency owner try to fulfill all of the services yourself, you're going to fail. And the reason why is because an agency, every single agency out there that's successful has probably on average anywhere from 5 to 10 employees. That's not considering contractors. Contractors, you'll have probably 2 times the amount of contractors that you would employees at an agency. And the reason why is because you need experts in every single area. You can't be an expert copywriter, an expert web designer, an expert graphic designer, an expert video editor, an expert marketer on social media, an expert PPC marketer, an expert SEO marketer. It's impossible. You can't. The goal of my program is to get you comfortable and familiar with all of the different marketing concepts, how to build a team that's going to be able to produce those services in those different concepts, and then deliver results for those clients so that they're happy and keep paying you every single month. But yeah, if you're trying to do it all yourself, you're not going to do it. The only con is if you don't have SOPs in place, you don't know how to hire quality VAs, you're going to struggle. And again, that's really what the Done With You agency is for. We actually just updated the course. We're about to add in some new SOP related content inside the program as well. You're not going to get our SOPs, unfortunately, because it is a do-it-yourself model, but we do have the Done With You model where we actually give you our SOPs. That's one of the only portions of that program where we actually give you copy-paste, you take our SOPs, you implement them into your agency, and you're ready to freaking run. Campaign for his in-house kitchen for practice with little charge, and I got copywriter for the job, and then now he's not answering. Damn, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, Kashif. People are shiesty, and it doesn't just have to be random people. It can be friends. It could be family. I've had some stuff like that happen to me before too, man. I know exactly what you're going through. First time someone say my name for the first time right. I got you, dude. What do you think the average salary would be at a more established digital agency if you have a couple years experience in SEO, SEM? If you're good, okay, a couple years, you'll probably start at like 50K. If you're good at SEO, SEM, you can easily make over 100K a year. I actually just got offered a job last week at my old company. My manager that I used to work for reached out to me, and she offered me a job in Portland, Oregon for about $125,000, $150,000 a year. But number one, I'm never moving to Portland, Oregon. Number two, why would I leave what I have? How do you prepare for your contractors not being able to work for whatever reason? Typhoons hitting the Philippines. I literally had that issue this week. Or contractors in third world countries running into internet issues. There really is no way to prepare for it other than having multiple people ready for a specific job. And what I would recommend is having people ready for specific jobs, having multiple people for the specific jobs you utilize most. So for example, graphic design, copywriting, project management, those are jobs that really have to continuously just keep going. Otherwise, everything else gets put to a halt. So having multiple contractors in different areas for different needs is really, really helpful. So we don't just hire in the Philippines. We look at South America as well, Venezuela, places like that are also, number one, they're great because they're in my time zone, in the Eastern time zone, but they also speak great English. They have great expertise in the areas that we're trying to provide services for. So hiring multiple people across different areas of the world really helps. Basic monthly expenses for a beginner agency owner. You again, something like Go High Level, that's gonna have all of the software that you really need. You can pay $97 a month to get Go High Level, and that will have everything you need to get at least started and have an awesome CRM to work with, have a landing page builder, have email and text message capability so you can remarket to people. But outside of that, I would say probably anywhere between $200 to $400 per month. And you don't have to do all of those things. That's why I think the low end is probably about $200 per month. And his mom has been using my social security number for stuff during COVID. Why does she have your social security? Yeah, I'd probably be going crazy if I were you. I'd be going to people's houses. I'll tell you that much. How often should you recheck? So follow up with a potential client? It depends. In the first couple of weeks, in the first week, pretty much every day. And I've changed this over time because if you've ever seen any of my lessons on follow up, you know, it used to be a little more gapped out. Now I believe it actually works and it's more effective to be a little bit more aggressive with your strategy. So first week, every day. Second week, almost every single day. After the second week, you know, and it's different for every business, but with agency related stuff, with clients for agency, you know, after the second week, you want to kind of back off a little bit more. Fourth week, back off a little bit more. Excuse me. After the first month, then you're going to start doing like 3 to 4 points of contacts per month. Then after the second month, you back off a little more, so about 3. Then after the third month, you're getting into the fourth, about 2 times a month past that until you reach about 6 months, and then you can kind of taper off. Why do you dislike organic posts? Because they're useless. They're so useless. How many times have you seen an organic post actually do something? Unless you have a ton of organic engagement, organic posts are useless. That's why the organic algorithm, Facebook would have never made money if they didn't lower their organic algorithm. It used to be at 25%, meaning if you had 100 likes, 25 people would see that post automatically. Now it's less than 1%. It's 0.5%, meaning if you post and you don't get any engagement whatsoever, 0.5% of your audience is going to see it. What's the point in posting then? There's no point in that. You're not going to get any, you're just wasting time coming up with ideas, coming up with the creative, coming up with the copy. For what? Nothing. There's no benefit from it. So that's why it doesn't really show you, it doesn't show you any value. It doesn't really provide you with any reason to do it. I've actually told clients, they're like, do you think I should be posting? I'm like, no. Are you running ads? And they're like, no. I'm like, then no, don't post. If you're running ads, sure, post. But if you're not running ads, no real reason. Yes, the DMS 2.0 does show you how to outsource. We talk about what positions you should hire for, about how much those positions will cost, pretty much everything you want to know. Quick social media campaign for a major hospital. I would, if it's a major hospital, they don't really need to do much other than a branding related campaign. And I would just blanket the market. Facebook, Instagram, maybe TikTok because of how relevant it is right now. But primarily Facebook, Instagram, and you're just going to run branding style ads. Not anything that necessarily has a major call to action, but you're just keeping the hospital's name in front of the audience in that local market. Portland is a hellhole? Why is Portland a hellhole? That's funny. Arkham, what's going on? Do you do 1 month contracts or no? Honestly, shortest we try to do is 6 month. If the client is super resistant, we'll try to do a 3 month, but I'm going to charge a little bit more usually on a 3 month. Because I'm going to have to do some overhaul in the first couple of months to get them results quickly to make them want to stay on longer than 3 months. That's why. I'm low-key might have to go down there. Down there? Where do you live? You in Maine? You mean up there? Can you tell me if I have this right? The basic process is to build out a campaign flowchart in Whimsical, then create each task in the flowchart as a standard operating procedure within Process Street. Then connect the SOPs to a project manager like Asana. Then connect Asana to your agency CRM like Go High Level to connect the whole process. Together, once you have your virtual team in place, I'm still trying to... Okay, so what we've actually done, and I know that's why we're updating the SOP portion, you don't actually need Process Street. And the reason why is because back in the day, Asana didn't have all of the features necessary to use it completely as a all-in-one project management tool, because Asana and Process Street are both for operations. They're both for projects, process management, all of that. What I recommend doing is this. You should build out flowcharts in Whimsical to understand what the flow of the process should look like. Then once you do that, you need to document all of the steps of the process in something like Archbee, Archbee, and that's just a documentation tool. That's all it is. If you don't want to pay for that, you don't have to. You can use something like Google Drive if you want, and just use a Google Doc to document it. But you need to flowchart it out so you understand what the process looks like. Then you document it all out. Then you go into Asana and you create templates for all of the steps that need to happen for each service. You don't necessarily need to connect it to your CRM. Your CRM is kind of its own software that you use to facilitate marketing campaigns. But Asana and your CRM are separate from each other in several different ways. That's pretty much how that works, though. Do you think YouTube ads are more cost effective than Facebook ads, since you only get charged when you get a click on YouTube and PPC? So here's the thing. Pay-per-click can be a little misleading. And the reason why is because if they show the ad to 1,000 people but only one person clicks, they're still going to pretty much charge you as if you were to have shown it to 1,000 people. You're not going to spend $1 when they showed it to 1,000 people because you just took up 1,000 blocks of ad space. So what they do is the more impressions you show with less clicks, the more they're going to charge you per click. So it doesn't necessarily make it more effective than Facebook, and it's all different. Like, not every type of business works as well on on YouTube as it will on Facebook and Instagram. It just kind of depends on the type of business. Did you do 1 month when starting out? Not really. The least I've ever really done is 3-month contracts. All right, guys, I need you to do me a favor. There's tons of you in here. I need you to hit the thumbs up button and let me know that you freaking love this video, these SMMA Q&As. Because if you guys don't love them, I mean, I can stop doing. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to stop doing them. But I do like to see thumbs ups and you guys showing some love for the channel. So please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Let me know that you're enjoying tonight's session. And if you have questions about your marketing agency, throw them in the chat. Let me know what's up. Let me know how I can help. That is what tonight is for. And by the way, guys, if you're not in my mentorship program, you better hurry up and get in. And if I were you, you should reach out to us and contact us about subscribing for a whole year, because a whole year is only $120. In the next month, we're upping the price to $20 a month. No worries. If you're in the program already, you'll continue to pay $10 a month, so no problems there. But if you don't join before that price increase, I'm not going to give it away for $10. It's going to be $20 a month from that point on. So you definitely want to make sure you get in before it goes up to $20. But today, a perfect example of why you should join, actually, the last 2 days, because I got food poisoning on Tuesday, so I couldn't do it on Tuesday. But today and yesterday, what we did was we actually went through Upwork, and I was showing people how I hire people, what rates I look at, what features and settings I use on Upwork to make sure that I'm finding the right people and finding them quickly, and making sure that they understand the job that they're going to be applying for, so that way we don't have any downtime with VAs that I don't want to spend time with, or that are just going to end up leaving or going to provide a bad result or whatever. If you have an SOP for onboarding in Asana, couldn't you webhook a trigger from a sale within high level to start? Yeah, you could. Yeah, so something like that you could connect. But past that, it's not really. And I guess maybe you could completely automate all of the process. But the issue with that is every campaign is a little different. And even when you get a template for an SOP put in place, like for example with SEO, every single client's a little bit different with SEO. You can't just do necessarily the exact same thing. So you have to do a little bit of, even when you have your SOP set, you launch the campaign, you still have a little bit of adjustment that you have to make to each campaign via the SOP, because it won't play out the same if you're doing it for a general contractor versus an auto dealership. There's differences to every single campaign. This is true. I was there. The mentorship is definitely worth it. I'm promising you guys, if you guys want some awesome mentorship and just regular help for your agency, that's the program you want to get in. Promise you'll love it. By the way, I asked this question earlier. If you guys aren't in my my public group on Facebook, you should join there. Just search. I'll just show it to you real quick. Let me pull it up. Serial Entrepreneur Academy, SMMA, and Personal Branding. Wait a second, what's going on? Get rid of that. So here's the group, guys. If you're not in this group, you're going to want to join, I'm telling you. But I asked a question today, and the question is, how old were you when you knew that you were going to be an entrepreneur? I'm curious what you guys' answers are going to be. I was actually about 6. And if you guys haven't heard me tell the story before, I'll go ahead and tell it. But when I was about 6 years old, I was in the shower. And what I actually did was, when I was younger, I confused inventor with entrepreneurship. And what I was doing was I was in the shower. I was about 6, 7 years old, somewhere around there. And we were low on either shampoo or conditioner, one of them. And so I took the little bit of shampoo that we had and I mixed it in with a little bit of, I took the shampoo bottle, I think that's what it was. And I mixed it in with a little bit of shampoo that we had, conditioner that we had. And when I was in the shower, I shook it together, put it in my hair, washed my hair, but also conditioned my hair at the same time. And I got out of the shower super excited. I remember running into the living room to my mom and being like, hey, we're going to be rich. And she goes, what? And I was like, have you ever heard of 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner? And I was so excited. I thought I had invented something brand new. But at that moment, it just kind of dawned on me, and it just has always stuck with me. That memory, I still remember it to this day. But it's always stuck with me because I knew at that moment that I was going to be an entrepreneur. I just knew it. So when did you guys first realize that you knew you were going to be an entrepreneur? Justin, you just need the basic one. The reason why I love Asana, because you can add everybody that you need to come in and use Asana. You can just add them as guest accounts. And as far as I've seen, we haven't had any limit to guest accounts. So you just buy the basic level package. I think that's what we're using. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a couple years since I even upgraded on Asana. But the basic level package should get you started. Really what you're looking for is whatever package allows you to do dependencies, portfolios, all of the extra features like that. That's what you need. What's the link? SRS, what do you mean? What's the link for what? The mentorship program? It's actually in the description. If you go read the description right below this video, I believe it's the one at the very bottom, the link at the very bottom. You can actually sign up right there. If you want to go ahead and purchase a full year of the mentorship program, it's only $120. You can just let us know. That way you get the $10 rate for life. Ah, you're in Minnesota. Gotcha. I was about 16 or 17, actually. I actually hate jobs. Me too. Only one person knows when they were going to be an entrepreneur. None of y'all know when you realized or had like a little vision, like you were going to be an entrepreneur at a young age or a younger age. I knew when I was very young. Would you rather make more profit with less clients or the other way around? Maximizing profit is all about maximizing efficiency in your agency. And that's where SOPs come in play. That's why they're so important. If you have solid SOPs and then standardizing your product offering. That's why it helps to niche in the beginning, niche your client base. Because when you niche into a specific industry and you recreate campaigns, you're not doing as much work each time. So you're standardizing your service offering and what you provide and who you provide it to. And then you're optimizing and maximizing efficiency for your SOPs so that way you can do less work to achieve the same result. I wanted to be an actor since childhood. Is that considered an entrepreneur? I feel like being an actor would have to be a little bit of entrepreneurship or involve some entrepreneurship, because otherwise, I mean, it's doing something on your own. You're putting, really, instead of building a business, you are your business. My thoughts on $10,000 per month SMMA? Thoughts are I love them. How to find them? You have to start looking at bigger businesses. you need to start prospecting for larger types of companies. And in that case, you're doing a lot more manual outreach usually. When you were selling snacks to the kid, that was one of my first jobs. Actually, that was my very first business. I was selling candy out of my locker in middle school, making about $1,000 a week as like a 12-year-old. My dad still like talks about this story all the time because he used to take me to Costco. He gave me my first $50. We bought a bunch of candy, put a bunch of it in my book bag. I came back like 2 days later and was like, hey, Dad, we need to go to Costco. He's like, why? I was like, I'm out of candy already. He goes, you sold all that candy in 2 days? I was like, yeah, dude. So, yeah, I was making about $1,000 a month as a 12-year-old kid selling candy. That was my first company, if you want to call it a company. Definitely wasn't a company, but it was my first company. I was about 13 when I started cleaning CDs for $15, and I told my mom we will build a CD cleaning business. That's awesome. Or when I made necklaces to sell at a music festival. I actually had someone, y'all know that little like, it was like plastic cords and you'd like weave them together and make the bracelets and stuff. I had a buddy in the group that I was actually showing you guys. He was talking about when he first started, and that was what his business was those little bracelets and necklaces. What's an SOP? SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedure, or workflow is also what they're called. And it's a standard operating procedure is exactly that. When you have a procedure that needs to happen, there is a standard operating process, which is the same as procedure, but you should, I mean, it's kind of in the name, standard operating procedure. When you have, for example, if I get an SEO client, we're going to do the same exact things every single time. There's going to be some caveats where it's a little different, but for the most part, every single step we take is the exact same. Start with an audit. What do you do in the audit? That's all in the SOP, right? After the audit's done, what do you do? Research and strategy, right? After the research and strategy, what do you do? Begin implementation, right? And that's outlining everything, but not that, those are just high level steps. Then once you understand all of the high level steps, you need to go into each individual high level step and say, okay, what are the sub steps for those high level steps? And that's building an SOP and using SOPs to build your business. That lasted until high school, and then MP3 and iPod came out, and that trumped your business. Yep. I started selling gum in school and then realized the markup on price was fire because it was in demand and no one would go to the store for some reason. Yep. I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs, one of their first businesses was like selling candy or treats or goodies inside of class or at school. What average SMMA clients pay per month? Average is probably between $2,000 and $3,000 a month. Good clients, good solid clients, the average is probably about $2,000 to $3,000 a month, which is solid, dude. You get 10 of those, you're making $30,000. Well, 20 to 30 grand, depending on how many you get and what you're planning for or what you're charging them. I used to sell aquarium fish in primary school. I used to sneak them into school in tomato sauce bottles. Yo, what? That's hustling right there, dude. That is such hustle. Yo, I'm going to raise some fish, and I'm going to take them fish, I'm going to put them in some tomato sauce bottles. I can't imagine how many died from like leftover tomato sauce residue that just somehow didn't come out of the bottle. You were about 10? A lot of people were younger. Like, that's the thing. A lot of people who know they're going to be an entrepreneur, they start off very young. You sold puka shell necklaces at the swap meet in Hawaii as a kid in the 70s. I was about 13 years old. That's awesome. I used to wear puka shell necklaces all the way up until like high school. I wore puka shell necklaces. I always thought that, but they were cool back in like the 90s and early 2000s. Now, if you wear a puka shell necklace, you get made fun of. I still think they're cool. How much do you suggest me to price for a real estate client that only wants ads, and can I make sure they pay me? It depends on how much they're spending, but if they're spending between like $1,000 to $3,000 a month, anywhere from $750 to $1,000 a month in management is what you should charge. What platforms are included is, all right, this is where you need to learn my acronym called SWEPS plus CM. Let me do something really quick to help with this acronym so it's easier to remember. I already have it. Look at there. All right, so SWEPS. SWEPS stands for social media marketing, website marketing, or design and, oh crap, you guys can't see it, hang on. Sorry, and development. Oops. Well, actually, and plus SMS marketing. SMS is becoming even more popular. Otherwise known as Google Ads. Search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO. This is also known as PPC. And then finally, content marketing. Those are the services that are really the most important services to learn, or what you really need to learn to run a successful agency. All of these right here. So remember, SWEPS, SWEPS plus CM. SWEPS plus CM. That'll help you remember all of the services that go into digital marketing. Are you doing over the SOPs in the 2.0, or would that just be for, that's just for done with you? So I'm reshooting the content that's in DMS 2.0 for SOPs, but we're not giving you our SOPs. We're teaching you how to build them, because again, digital marketing school is a do-it-yourself model. That's why it's only $549, super affordable. The done with you program, we're just gonna give them to you. Do you have any recommendations for prospect list building like scope leads? I'm not sure what you mean by scope leads. I like Find That Lead. Find That Lead is awesome. You can quickly build lists using that tool. Just go check it out. You'll see what I mean. Check out the prospecting tool inside of Find That Lead. You'll like it. Oh, Maurice, what's up, man? Maurice is in the mentorship group and also the digital marketing school. SMMA clients pay 2 to 3 grand per month. Does that include ad fee, or it's just our service fee? That's just the service fees. Usually the minimum, and again, it's different for every single client. Really, it depends on how much money are they willing to spend, number one, because the more you can spend, as long as it makes sense, you can spend too much on ads and then you'll start to see a negative return. But as long as, if they're willing to spend more, have them spend more. What I recommend is you doing the minimum. At the very least, if you're going to spend on ads, you need to be spending $1 grand per platform. Now, Facebook and Instagram, you can kind of tie together, but like say they want to do Facebook and YouTube, that needs to be $1 grand for Facebook and $1 grand for YouTube. But yeah, the 2 to 3K, that's just management. You still wear puka shells? I wish people would stop giving me a hard time about them. I like them. I knew SWEPS was my question. What platforms are included in SMMA? I'm not sure what you mean then, Amir. I need, like, what software do you use? I'm not really sure what you mean. And by the way, let's go ahead and clear this up just because I want you to make sure that you understand. SMMA stands for Social Media Marketing Agency. That's not what we're teaching, and it's not what you're learning. What you're learning to do is a digital marketing agency. So just for your own benefit, don't say SMMA. That's just a term that Ty Lopez coined because he knew that people would remember it really easily, and he could use it to sell his products. But really, SMMA is not what you think it means, and it's not how most people use it. So I've decided to do general websites niches. I will go after is the vegan niche, hair niche, and gym niche for keywords. Jeez, Kashif, you're killing me. For keywords, should I target each? You got to use periods, dude. You're killing me. That's a big old run-on sentence if I ever seen one. What keywords should I target each of those words, or just general assessment? You're hurting my head, Kashif. You know I love you, but you're hurting my head with that sentence. I know what you're saying. You're going after those niches. Are you asking what keywords you should target on your website for those niches? Is that what you mean? I'm guessing that's what you mean, but that was getting really hard to decipher right there. I think that's what you meant. If that's what you meant, let me know, because if you're looking for what keywords to target, that's where you need to use a tool like Ahrefs or SEMrush. Not SEMrush. I mean SEMrush too, but Ahrefs or SERPstat. Remember that program SERPstat I told you? That's where you need to start performing keyword research. You can't just assume that a keyword is going to be relevant in your area, because people use different terms in different areas. Especially, you're all the way up in Minnesota. People use words differently in Minnesota than they will in Georgia. So you'll want to do keyword research. So what you do is you start off with phrasing that you think people might use. Social media marketing agency in whatever city, or social media marketing agency near me. And then find other keywords that are similar to those keywords. Determine keyword difficulty, meaning how hard is it going to be for you to rank for those keywords on a given page. And then that'll tell you what keywords you should target on each page. Then what you do is you take all those other keywords that were similar and you build them into the page. You use, those are your LSI keywords, or your secondary keywords. Any suggestions for list scrubbing and email? I just told you, find that lead. Seriously, check out Find That Lead. You'll see what I mean. As far as scrubbing, we use Lemlist. And making sure that they're actually going to be solid emails. Lemlist is a good tool for that, but Find That Lead has a tool inside of it. What I will say is, with Find That Lead, only use the ones that are like 99% positive that those are the emails being used, because we had some issues when we first started using it. We were using everything that was a score of 80 plus. We had a lot of bounced emails. By the way, who wants to win the mentorship program tonight? I've been talking about that mentorship program that we're raising the price from $10 to $20 a month. Who wants to win access to it? Because we do a giveaway every single night. And I'm going to do a giveaway tonight, because I always do a giveaway. Instant champion. Hi. When the client does not know how much they are willing to pay, how can I approach it? So if a client, it doesn't matter if a client doesn't know how much they're willing to pay. Really, it just matters that they are willing to pay at least $1,500 a month. That's the baseline you need to start out with. Past that, what you need to be able, the whole key to landing clients is showing them, if you're going to spend $1,500, here's how much money I'm going to make you back. That's what they want to see. They want to see, if I invest $1,500, I want to make $3,000 back at least, right? So that's what you need to be able to show is, if I'm going to spend $1,500, what are we going to do that's going to help you generate another $1,500 on top of what you're spending? That's the key. I wouldn't recommend automating it like a subscription, but you can automate invoicing. So that way every 30 days it goes ahead and sends out a new invoice. You can do that with using your merchant processor. So I use Stripe. Stripe has recurring invoicing. So once we sign on a client, I just set up a recurring invoice, and then it sends it to them it's about every 25 days. So that way it gives them 5 days to make the payment. Throw me in the ring, I will fight to the death. Jesus. Been listening, been so close so many Thursdays. Well, today could be your Thursday. Do you tend to stick with clients in your country? Me personally, yeah, for the most part. In my country, I have had a client in the UK one time, and it wasn't really that big of a deal, but it wasn't my favorite experience either. But yeah, I pretty much prefer to stick within my own country. But that's because in the US, fortunately, there are enough businesses that I can target that are able to pay for those services. Not everybody has that ability, and I'm not trying to brag, but because I'm really not. I really honestly feel bad that everybody doesn't have the same, what's the word I'm looking for? Opportunity. But that should not prevent you from starting your agency. Daniel Adu, I'm sorry I missed your question. Can I use Upwork? Yes. Honestly, Upwork is a great way to build your business in the beginning. Oh, so yeah, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, all of them. If a client wants it, it's included. Amir, just so you know. Should I drop out of university? I study digital marketing. It seems like a scam. All the info is online for free. Daniel, I'm not going to tell you whether or not to drop out of university. That's not my call. That's on you. I think that university has a lot that you can benefit from, especially if you're in a business management program or even a marketing program and that's your degree. There's a lot you will learn in university. What I can say is it's not required for you to build a successful agency. I have tons of students. I have one of my top students who's doing over 100K a month now. She might be doing over 150K a month now. She dropped out. She was a biology major, dropped out, and in 2 years built up a $100,000 per month agency. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do the mentorship giveaway question. You guys ready? If you're ready, I need you to hit the thumbs up button. Let me see the like count get up to 20, and we'll go ahead and do the giveaway. If we don't get to 20, I'm just going to scratch it, and I'm going to go home. But let's get the like count up to 20 so you guys hit the thumbs up, and then we will do the giveaway. I love water. I used to not love water. But now I love water. All right, like count got up to 3. Oh, wow, went up 5. So some of y'all were holding out on me because I know I've asked several times. Y'all were like, nah, I'm going to make Jordan wait. He's going to earn this like count. All right, so the way the giveaway works, because I see somebody asking how do you be a part of it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question. It's either going to be related to something that happened in this call or just something that I feel like you guys should know as agency owners. It won't, usually I try not to get it to where it's something that nobody in here can answer. So all you have to do is answer the question correctly, be the first one to answer it correctly, and you can win the mentorship. Look at that, 27 likes. So there was about 9 of y'all just sitting on it, just waiting like, nah, Jordan, you gonna earn this like. I promise you today, you gonna earn this like. Y'all some buttheads. I'm just kidding. All right, let me think. I gotta get a question. I always do this. I talk so damn much. I never come up with a good question. Let me go through some of the stuff that happened today and see if I can find a good question. Ah, I know. We'll see who is paying attention to me. Earlier in the call, I mentioned my first business. What was I selling in my first actual thing where I was making money? Not where I realized I wanted to be an entrepreneur, because I told that story too, but what was the first thing I actually was selling when I started my first business? Let's see who gets this. Luis Castillo. You the first one to get it, bro. Yep. I was selling candy at school. I was in 6th grade. I was about 11 or 12. 11 or 12. I might have been 7th grade. I was about 11 or 12 years old, and I was selling candy, slinging that candy out the locker. I was literally like, you want a Snickers, you want a Snickers, you get a Snickers. Like, I'm just kidding. I'm not Oprah. But I was making that money selling candy. Could you imagine being 11 or 12 years old and you're making like $1,000 a month? Then they caught me selling candy, and I was real pissed off because I was making a lot of money and I got real pissed off because I was like, damn, man, I was making $1,000 a month. Now I ain't making nothing. And selling candy is easy, bro. Plus, you get candy all the time. You have candy always at your disposal. You're like, yo, I want a Snickers. Oh, wait, I got a Snickers. I'm going to open that up real quick. Like, it was always there. Selling candy was probably the dopest business in the world. My next step, I wish I could have done it. My next step was to start. I could have been a millionaire, I promise you. If I wouldn't have got caught, I would have been a millionaire by the time I was 15, because I would have started buying all the vending machines. I would have had a vending machine company. That would have been my first actual business, and I probably would have actually went legitimate, had a license and everything. I would have set up candy machines. That's what I wanted to do, was vending machines, because I thought it was an awesome idea. You just sit there, you fill the thing up with candy, and then you let people who want a bunch of freaking candy go buy it. That's a genius. Whoever the first person was that thought, yo, I'm going to set up vending machines where people can, whoever that person was a freaking genius. Like, seriously, that is one of the most genius ideas that has ever come about this earth, is selling freaking candy or chips or sodas out of a vending machine. But Luis, you are the winner for tonight. Congratulations. All you have to do, let me actually go ahead and put it down here. Did I get that? Nope, I put a K. There's the link. All you need to do is go to my Facebook page, go to the message and say, hey, Jordan, I'm a badass. I won tonight's mentorship program. You don't have to say it verbatim like that, but just let me know you won the mentorship program, and we will make sure to give you access by tomorrow. Look at that. Likes are still going up. Somebody just took away a like. I watched it go from 29 to 30. Somebody's pissed off they didn't win, I bet. Why y'all being salty? I'm trying to do nice things. Y'all gonna make me feel bad. I'm not doing these anymore. I quit. I ain't doing no more lives. Never again. Not never. Do you plan on selling your individual SOPs? Can't afford $750, but would love one for web design and Facebook advertising. Here's the thing. Even if I sell them a la carte like that, I'm still probably going to charge like $750 for just those two. Maybe $1,000. Because we usually don't sell them a la carte. Because, again, we spent $150, probably at this point $200K optimizing and building SOPs. So honestly, if I give them to you for $750, you're just stealing money from me at that point. Like, no joke. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for stopping by for another live Q&A session for marketing agency owners. I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. If you haven't done so, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you love it. As always, check the links below. Again, listen, while I still have you here, the most important thing I'll say all night, if you want free email, text message, landing page templates for your agency, so that way you can start getting clients super quick, and you have your follow-up process automated and already in place. If you want my exact templates, literally, it's already written out for you. All the triggers are set. The landing page is built. All you have to do is go in and change your name, maybe change a couple of the graphics. You really don't even have to change the graphics that much, other than like my picture. You probably don't want to leave my picture on the landing page. But all you have to do is sign up, use that platform, use my affiliate link, which is the very top link right below in the description, and we'll send them to you for free. I'm not even going to charge you. If you don't use my affiliate link, though, and you do end up signing up and come to me later, I'm going to charge you $200 for them. So get them for free. Don't get them for free and try to spend $200. Totally up to you. But I'm telling you, check out that link. Also, all of my programs are right below in the description. I promise you, you're going to want to check those out. The top-rated digital marketing program in the world, hands down. Promise you that. Black Friday sale is going to launch on the 22nd. We're actually launching our sign-up campaign for the VIP list on, I think it's Sunday of this weekend. So, again, you need to follow my Facebook page, Instagram page. You need to be on one of my email lists, because that's the only way you're going to get access currently to the VIP list. And if you're not on the VIP list, you won't get the VIP or the Black Friday deals at all. There's not a link right now for the Black Friday campaign. We're still building everything out. That's why there's not a link. But again, it's coming Sunday. So all you have to do is pay attention. Make sure you, I don't know, like follow my page. Make sure that you get updates from my page. Like, you can go to Facebook and you can turn on notifications for when the page posts anything. I would probably do that at least for right now. The man called ambition. I like that. Yes, you are a little too, we already did it, but that's okay. We're doing it again next week. We do it every single week. We do a giveaway every single week for a mentorship program. All you have to do is show up, but show up a little bit earlier next time. And I promise you, you'll get the chance to compete for it. Outside of that, guys, again, the mentorship program, the last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going. The last thing you need to know is the mentorship program, the one that we give away every single week here. It's currently $10 per month. If you sign up now, you'll get it for life for $10 per month. After about 2 weeks, we're bumping the price up to $20 a month. So if you don't want to spend double, then you need to go ahead and sign up anyways. I promise you, you'll love the program. Like, everybody who's in there loves the program, so just do it. Join it. Promise you. All right, everybody, that's it. Thank you all for showing up. I will see you guys next week like we do every single Thursday at 7:30 p.m. EST. Make sure you stop by and say